India is home to around 3.2 million NGOs, all of which over the years have helped to foster a robust civil society. Now, the role of NGOs have become very important over the years, and especially now, considering that the country is undergoing a harrowing crisis due to the second wave of COVID-19. In such an unprecedented scenario, aid, whether it's in the form of volunteering or donations, becomes very important so that the good work continues. Now, while the NGOs play a very crucial role in helping to alleviate the sufferings, there have been countless number of cases of fraudsters scamming the people under the garb of doing the noble work. Hence, finding a genuine NGO is still a challenge that people face. Today, we are going to break down to you some key points that need to be kept in mind before we pick up an NGO to donate. First, check the NGO's online presence. The foremost thing that you can do is to go through the NGO's website and social media handles to look at the kind of work that the NGO has been involved in the past, the relief work that they are undertaking in the present, and try to gain as much information as you can about the various operations and outcomes of the NGOs. Try to look at the beneficiary profiles, all of which will help to get an idea as to whether it's the correct fit for you or not. Now, the second thing that you can do is to look up their annual reports. It is advisable to have a look at the NGO's annual reports because it not only provides a detailed record of the NGO's past activities, but also gives you an idea about its financial performance over the years. The third thing that you can do is to directly connect with the NGOs. You can directly call up the NGOs because there are many, especially the smaller ones, who don't have an updated website or a website at all. Also, it is very easy for fraudsters to make a fake website to extort money from you. Hence, it is advisable to directly call up the NGOs and ask for the relevant information that you have been looking for. A legitimate NGO will be upfront and readily try to answer all your queries, while an illegitimate one will try to evade all your questions. Another thing that you can do is to ask for the registration proof. You can ask the NGOs to give a proof of their registration, especially in case you're making a very large donation. Now, an NGO in India is registered either as a trust, a society, or a company. Accordingly, you can ask them for the registration certificate, a trust deed, MOA, or an AOA. Now, when it comes to identifying the genuineness of an NGO watchdogs like Charities Aid Foundation and Credibility Alliance also helps in cross-verifying your NGOs. You can also visit NGO Darpan, which is a government website mentioning the NGOs operating in India. It also consists a list of blacklisted NGOs through which you can verify the NGO that you are wanting to donate to. Another extremely important point that you need to keep in mind is to say no to cash donations. Now, typically NGOs accept only online payments or checks. However, if an NGO is asking you for a purely cash-based donation, then you might either want to skip it totally or you might want to verify it thoroughly before making a donation. However, keep in mind that in case you are making a large donation, then you make it only and only through an online mode or through a check. Now, the final thing that you need to keep in mind is that your work does not end after you have made a donation. Once you have made your donation, don't forget to follow up with the organization in order to maintain accountability. Keep in touch with them regarding any updates and try to figure out how your fund is being utilized. There are multiple NGOs which are relying on us for their funds. And it's not only the NGOs, it's also the common people who are relying on the NGOs to provide any kind of relief work. Hence, it is very important that cases of scams and fraudulent activities don't discourage us from making donations. Instead, what is necessary is that we remain alert and we proactively do our research before donating.